Hey, what's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Since man, I am, by the way, just absolutely blown away at how many people have watched that. I can't believe I finally got a tractor video. Like, it has been viewed over 1,700 times, which for my videos, that's a lot, okay? Like, I went from 72 subscribers to like 85 subscribers in a week. And I went to my most watched video being over about 100 views to being 1,700 views. I have no idea what made it take off. I have no idea. So I figured since that was what y'all wanted, I'm going to give you a little bit more. So today we're going to be working on the tractor. I'll show you what we're going to be doing. So as you can see here, we're back at the tractor and I have a problem with this wheel. So you can kind of see where I've got it taped. So the problem that I'm having is the valve stem is essentially just, it's messed up, it's done. And whenever, I'll zoom out a little bit, whenever it is straight up, all the air leaks out. And so for the past several weeks since I've gotten the tractor, I have had it filled up, and then I have to kind of tape it down with some aluminum tape just to keep the air from leaking out, and that's how I've been using it. But we have a feller in our church, really good guy, who owns a tire shop. He got me a tube, and I am attempting to get the wheel off of the tractor so that we can get it repaired. And here's what I've had to do. So I do not have, I thought I did, I have my 1/2-inch drivers here, and I don't have a breaker bar. I thought I had one of those as well, but I have my little 1/4-inch ratchet, and that is like, that's not moving anything. So I'll show you what I've been doing. I've got this piece of the old fence, and yeah, we've created some leverage there. Ugh. And that just stripped off. So I might not can do this with one hand. This is difficult. Let me see if I can get it back on. All right, there we go, there we go. I might have to lower the tractor back down. I got it jacked up slightly. Let me lower it back down completely. There we go. You can see that I have a very delicate operation here, right? There we go. I am very, what's the word I'm looking for? Intuitive? Is that the right word? I don't really know when it comes to my tools. Ugh. Ugh. There we go. We're getting these lug nuts off. I've already got, you can see I've already got these other ones kind of started there. So I'm gonna keep this up, and I'll check back with you in a minute. All right, guys. Well, after much effort, I finally got the wheel off. I don't think that wheel has come off in many years, and I just got distracted and did some things off camera, but I ended up coming around here and cleaning it up with the wire brush and everything. And what we're gonna do is we're gonna take it to the tire guy in downtown Guyton, and we're gonna see if he can't put a new tube in it for us. And at least if I do that, I won't have to air it up every time. So I do have it sitting on blocks, by the way. The jack is no longer holding it up. It's just sitting, oh, there we go. It's just sitting on, I don't know if you can see it, this block. So I do have it safely propped up. I don't want to hear any comments about that. So let's go get my tire fixed. All right, guys, so I am still working on this wheel out here. I'm gonna flip the camera around and show you what we discovered. So when we took the wheel off, we got the wheel successfully off the tractor over there. I've got it up on blocks, and we were just gonna put a tube in it. But when we took it off, we kind of noticed that it was really rusty. I've already gone over it a little bit to get the rust out, but it was pretty layered and caked on in rust. Yeah, you can see it a little bit there. And so what I'm doing right now is just kind of working around the wheel just to get it to where when we put a tube in it, it's not going to pop. And you can also see the hole for the valve stem. I don't know if you can see it there. There we go. It's kind of jagged around the edge right there. And so we're going to take a washer and weld to it so that, Dobby, get out the way, my stupid cat, so that we can have it not bust the valve stem. Hey, Dobby, this is Dobby. He ain't all together there in the head. But we're going to weld a washer right here to it so the valve stem can go through it. That way that when the valve stem rests against that, it's not going to cut it open. We have the same problem again. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to continue tackling getting the rust out of this, and then I'm probably just going to go ahead and clean it up and repaint it. In fact, I might just go ahead and get the pressure washer to it initially. That might not be a bad idea. But anyway, like with anything with these old tractors and old things in general, you know, once you kind of open the can of worms, it just keeps going and going and going. I was thinking we're just going to simply replace the tire and be done. It'll take 20 minutes. This is going to turn into a several day project. And then I still have to work. I don't know if I've told you guys this. Let me go over to the tractor. But I still have to work on the distributor as well. I think that the tractor is missing. I don't think it's firing on all 4 of its cylinders. And so I don't know, it was running all right. You kind of saw that in the last video that I put out. And then it was like all of a sudden it just started puffing out black smoke. It's running kind of rough, and we think it's the distributor. We can tell, like, if I'm not going to, but if we take the cap off and actually get down into the points, the set screw is messed up. I might have already mentioned this. I don't know. If I did, I'll just edit this part out. So we're going to reset all of that, get the set screw in here so that we can set the points to the correct width, which I believe is 0.02 or 0.2. I can't remember the correct terminology, but I'm just kind of, you know, slowly going along, getting this tractor going well. I also need to come back here and adjust the hydraulics right here. I didn't know that that's like an adjustment point, because I realized that when I go to lift the hydraulics, lift the arms, there we go, get back in focus, that it's not picking up all the way. And so I realized that that's an adjustment point, and that I can actually set that to go up a little bit higher. So I'm going to play with that, but after hopefully we get the wheel back on, we get it off the blocks, I can move the tractor out, we get hopefully the distributor and the timing all figured out, maybe it's not skipping. And then lastly, I've got a new amp gauge right here that we're going to put on the tractor as well. Right now I've got a new oil pressure gauge, I've got a new temp gauge, and then this fuel gauge, honestly, it's kind of irrelevant. Like the best fuel gauge is, I've got one in the toolbox down there. It's just a stick that you dip inside the tool, the gas tank, right? So, and then you kind of know how much you have in it. So we're instead going to put a brand new amp gauge on it. And I don't think right now that the battery is charging. I don't think whoever wired it up right, you can see it's just a mess of wires in there. I don't think it was done really well. I'm going to try to retrace all of my wires. It has been converted to 12 volts, but it's just not done well. Like the headlights don't work. I don't think the battery's charging. I don't know if the alternator over there, golly, y'all, my brain is going today. I don't know if the alternator over there is actually functioning. So we're going to test the alternator. If it's working, we're going to retrace the wires. We're going to make sure that all the wires are good. And then one of the last things that I'm going to do, you can kind of see it over there on my tool bench. I've got a new exhaust manifold. I think I've showed you before on the tractor. I can't get over there because I'm too round, let's face it. But I'm going to try to install a new exhaust manifold, get new gaskets on it, because every time you start the tractor, it puffs smoke right out the exhaust manifold, which is right here. And so it shouldn't. It should all be going through the muffler and the exhaust pipe, right? So that's just a little bit of what's going on the tractor. So I'm going to get back to this wheel, and then I will keep y'all updated in just a minute. All right, guys, just another quick update to continue with the video. So I took the wheel and I pressure washed it. You can kind of see where I got some of the paint off, which is no big deal. And then what I ended up doing is I kept scraping and scraping and scraping away. And then I ended up coating the entire inside of the rim with like a enamel like type paint. And so you can see that's pretty much taking care of all the rough bumpy edges and stuff. So my next project is to take it and to weld a washer to it, and then hopefully we should be able to this weekend take it, get a tire on it, get the wheel back on the tractor, and start worrying with the distributor up there and getting the tractor back up and running. So anyway, I know this has been a rather short one. You can see I'm obviously wearing something different. It's several days later, but this has been a short video. But nonetheless, I hope you have liked it. And remember, if you My wife's over there looking at me thinking I'm looking like an idiot talking to the camera by myself. But hey, if you've liked this sort of thing, please remember to hit the like button, subscribe it. We've grown the channel for whatever reason by like 30 or 40 subscribers within the past like 2.5 weeks, which it took me almost 2 years to get to 70, and here we are growing it by 30 in 2 weeks. I have no idea why. The Ford 841 video has been viewed almost 3,500 times, I think. So just thank you guys for liking that. I have no idea what made it take off, but hey, if this is the sort of thing you like, please remember to like, subscribe, and as always guys, stay picking. Have a good day. I'll see you next time.